Before the video starts, I want to give a little disclaimer. This video is made for entertainment and fun and isn't meant to hurt anyone. All my opinions are just that at the end of the day. Opinions. So I will try to be my best to be respectful, even if I don't like a design, and I hope you also will be respectful. With that out of the way, let's start. The start will all be Elizabeth. We have 8 to 10 Elizabeths. I don't know why all of you wanted Elizabeth so badly, but all of you sent me Elizabeth. And I do have to admit, I do count Elizabeths as all babies and baby-esque versions. First, we look at the Strawberry Clouds Elizabeths. Right in the beginning, I'm gonna do something to make it a bit easier for everyone to look at them. There we go. Now, onto the actual rating. Their designs are both very cute, though I don't really understand why the left one has a foxy mask. Overall, both the designs are a bit messy with their headpieces, and the left design is a bit irritating with the sun red skirt. Though that's a bit of a personal preference. I would give the left one a solid 9 and the right one a solid 8. And you might have heard it already. I joked about the stretching in the beginning, but it's actually a real problem. Why give the characters faces when you make them so squished? I stretched them out a bit and find their designs so much prettier, and I'm actually able to see them. And maybe it's just like a problem with the way you sent me the screenshots, cause YouTube be funky. YouTube is funky sometimes. But the way they are currently, I can only rate them a 4 and 3 out of 10. Though for future designs, I will not take that into account, the squished, because the rating would go drastically down. So 9 and 8 if their designs aren't that fully squished. Next, we have Circus Baby and Scrap Baby. Woo! While the 2 prior designs didn't have this problem, Baby has. The blue and the red are really fighting against each other and make it hard to look at the design. I know that a lot of people like to use red and blue together as they're contrasting colors and they really can do nice together. And I don't really know why it doesn't work in this design for me. Maybe it's just because the red is too much? I don't really know how to explain it. I'm sure I come up with something to show you. Making also the green eye so faded is good. It doesn't clash with the rest of the design thanks to the blue and red being really vibrant, but it also doesn't really help the case. It makes it seem less important, and we all know that the green eye on Baby is really, really important. Also, there's of course the squish problem again, but as said, I won't rate that, because I would be just repeating myself the entire time. Baby, though, is a 5 out of 10 for me currently. Scrap Baby is a hard character to make. And I'm not gonna lie, as a Scrap Baby fan, it is hell to make her. I really like your Scrap Baby. I think you did very well in the most part. 7 out of 10. Seems like you wanted to go into her more canon look, while not really having the courage to do so. Though I say be confident in yourself. We have the next design, Eleanor. And yes, I'm gonna count this as Elizabeth. I adore this design. I really love it. It's taking Eleanor, a character that's basically just a skinwalker version of Baby, and actually makes her interesting. I really like that you gave her her own personality. I love the fact that she's skinny actually in this, like really, really skinny, because it fits into her canon appearance. And I just really like the colors on her. They look so nice now, and it's a pet peeve of mine when it comes to character designing. When you use really soft colors on a character and have colored outlines everywhere and then make a certain outline black. And in this case, it's the shoes and those arm things. They drive me nuts. The arm things can actually stay. Just change the shoes around. Next, we have Nell Butters Elizabeth, and I am gonna say it in front. A few of those designs that got sent to me, I'm gonna be a bit biased about them as they're sent to me by friends. So I'm gonna say it. Nell is a friend of mine, but anyways. Holy fucking shit, I love Nell's design style. I am a huge fan of colored outlines, like single color outlines, and having a solid color in the back of the character's appearance. And if you look directly, it isn't even that. It isn't even that in the hair. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that actually, because in some photos I see of your Elizabeth, they are like a solid color, and others are not. But I love it. Anyways, I love it. I love how it looks. I love the cheeky little way she looks at me. There is something that Nell's style has that I really do adore and really envy. So, I'm gonna give this a 10 out of 10. She's Elizabeth! I cannot describe how much I love this design. I could say much about the colors, actually, of the design, but I don't care. They're pleasing, and she is adorable, and that's enough for me sometimes. 10 out of 10, want to hug again. Alright, we are with Demon AU plays as Elizabeth now, and there is a lot to say. First things first, though, I am not going to say the entire name every time I have to review a design, because Demon AU Plays is really hard to say for me, so I'm just going to call you Demon Plays. I hope that's okay. So let's get into the designs. Already gonna say, I am not a huge fan of them, and I hope you're gonna listen to me and not be too sad or anything. I think there is a really cool concept behind some of the designs that you sent me, but I am just not a fan of the way you design your characters. So the best way I can actually say it is they're overloaded. All of them. Which can look good, by the way. It's just that the design lacks the intention. It lacks the intention. It feels like you had so many ideas for your design without any care in the world what you are making. And this sounds weird and like, oh my god, what is she saying? Of course, why should we care? But making a character in the end is telling their story. I don't know anything about that Elizabeth when I look at them. I don't know why they have a green tail that is like fish-like. I don't know why they have those horns. I don't know why they have elf ears. I don't really understand them. It's not a compelling design in the end for me. There is a few things that I like. I like the outfit. It's a cute outfit, and just changing the bow like a little bit from one place to another could already help make it also look way less crowded and weird. On another thing, we have the hair. And I gotta say 50-50 for me. Short hair Elizabeth is amazing. We need to see more short hair Elizabeth. Then on the other hand, the mix of the hairstyles is just not really something I would use. And putting all the accessories with the orange and black and green hair onto it just makes it look so weird to me. There is just something that I cannot like about this. I like some components of it, but everything mixed together is just not my cup of tea. I'm surprised on how much I like Milo's design. And this sounds bad. But I don't know. When I first looked at it, I was like, oh, that's a cute design, but I don't really have anything special about it. But the more I look at it, the more I love it. It's very cute and simple while still getting the silly Elizabeth concept across that it clearly wants to tell. My main point against the design really is the black outlines. As I mentioned above, I am not a fan of black outlines, but that is really just because Gacha Life is really not my game. I'm sorry, I know. I am gonna get hate alone for this. Beside that though, everything, it's a solid design and a solid 8.5 out of 10. Alright, Keepers Elizabeth. Alright, again, Alright Keeper is a friend of mine. You might have seen them a lot. They're all over the channel and I'm loving them a lot. Aura's Elizabeth is really simple, but I like it because of that. I do like myself some simple designs. There is a few colors and a few details that just help out and flesh out the design perfectly in my opinion. 9.5 out of 10. We arrived at the Michaels. Woo! Hey, it's Cat's Michael. I love when people give Michael a bow without making him look like a soft William clone. I also really like the fact that he wears a normal medical mask. The design is typical for the Fnaf 6 design stereotype, but it turned out really cool. Like, that's the nice thing. We all have like a base to work on out of, and everyone turns it into their unique thing, and I really love seeing that. And in here, it succeeded like really well. There's only like one thing I don't really understand that much. The wings. I don't get why they're there. Overall, giving Michael wings is really confusing to me, as he's the closest thing we'll see to a zombie in the entire franchise. And I don't think I have to say anything about why giving wings to zombies is, I don't know, weird to me. Solid 8 out of 10. XxAftonxX. Nice name, nice person. Really cool design. Alright though, it's simple but very charming. There's not really that much to say about it though. It doesn't stand out against the crowd. And I know it's really hard to make designs stand out against the crowd, but alone adding a little detail, like, I don't know, a hair accessory, can make a huge difference. 8 out of 10. Michael is Michael. I love past Michael. There is so much you can do with this design, and I'm so excited every time I see designs of him. I love the detail of the little symbols being used to get the vibe that he was getting into fights, and just overall like keeping the look of having been roughed up a little. I really like this. The art together with the color also makes it look so pretty and just ties it all together. I really adore this design, and I have nothing really to say about it other than I really love it. 10 out of 10. Strawberry Clouds, Michael. We've arrived at Strawberry Cloud again. At the first look, I can already say I love the detail of the orange hair tips. It makes a lot of sense when thinking about Elizabeth, and it's just a cute detail that is tied together by the bow in his hair. And it's just so cute. I don't know, I really love it. I don't understand the reason for the X mark on his cheek. It really gives me 2018 bad boy alpha vibes that you would see in a typical gacha video. But somehow on the other side, it's also hilarious when you think about past Michael as those bad alpha boys. Overall though, it's a solid design. The design looks like a modified Gacha Life design, and I do love myself one of those. My main turnaway, again, is the black outlines, but you know, it's Gacha Life also on the other hand, and I know it's not an actual Gacha Life design, it's the vibe. 8 out of 10. Milo's past Michael. This time is with multiple bows and wounds. I'll be very blunt about this. Having wounds in your life and well-kept characters and normalizing it isn't really good. Wouldn't someone be concerned about that? I don't even, it doesn't have to be William, but no one? Not a school teacher, not a friend, not his siblings or his mom? Besides that, it's a good design. I really like the combo of the shirt and the collar, though the bow on the back is a bit of a strange decision for a normal all-day design, especially for someone that is, like, bullying his little brother. But besides that, it's good. 7.5 out of 10. Dog Lovers Michael.
Alright, quick info. This is another recording day, so I'm sorry if the audio is different. I had to re-record a lot of things just because my mic wouldn't pick them up. So let's get right back into it.
Dog Lovers Michael. There's not much to say about this design really. It's a really solid design that's get held back by a few limitations that Gacha Club just has. Especially the color wheel, or color roster in this case. It's really hard to see the details of the shirt because the purple is so dark, and other than that, really, it's pretty solid. 8.5 out of 10. Aura Keeper's past Michael design. He would be a monster kid in 2024. You cannot change my mind about this. He totally would drink Monster 24/7 and nothing else. 11 out of 10. That's it, really. That's just it. Milo CC. This CC is really adorable. But I already have to say one thing again. He looks like a toddler. I don't know how old he is supposed to be, but there is like a little info for all of you. Just be careful how you dress up your characters. As an example, this right now looks like a little jumpsuit or those onesies that you would have as a little baby. And it's really messy together with all the yellow in the design. Especially because there is different yellow in the bow on the head, which I actually like because the yellow that we do have for the rest of the design is just too much. It shows and wants us to look down at the bottom of the design, which we do not want. We don't want to look at the bottom of the design of a character most of the time. There are only really rare times where we want to look at the bottom of a character's design. Other than that though, I really like the glass and hair combo. It gives off a little shy feeling and really cute. Now also a little rant about this. Be careful on how many bows you give your characters. This CC already has 3, if not even more, that I just didn't see. And the more bows you give your characters, the more innocent and cute they look, which is good for CC, but personally, for me, it's already too much. You can even make a cute character too cute and innocent. As an example, you wouldn't really think of past Michael of having super many accessories like a bow. Maybe 1 or 2, maybe as like a little memora to his siblings, but it's just really hard. Overall, the design is a 6 out of 10. Aura Keeper CC. This CC design is sadly weaker than the other 2 siblings that we've seen so far, and yet still charming and cute, and the style of the eyes goes really well with this design. The little bow makes him also look really innocent and cute while not really giving him too much of a baby vibe, which
I have an issue with a lot of CC designs. One thing, where's his other eyebrow? Who shaved it off? Tell me, where is his eyebrow? 9 out of 10. It's Alex CC. I really like this. There's nothing really to point out that I dislike or would change. I do like how fairly simple it actually is, but also just getting a lot of detail through the hairpiece alone. It's so cool and I love it. It really is so good and it's easily a 10 out of 10 for me. Dog Lover Springtrap. I really like this design. I really love the creativity taken with the ears and just that the one of them is gray, where like the part of the head is also gray. It really looks good and I just really think it's awesome and well done. 9.5 out of 10. Nothing more to say. Demon Place William. Okay, I have a question, and please do not take this badly in any sense. Is he a hybrid princess? Okay, I'm sorry, but my first thought really was just what is going on with all the accessories that he has. Why does he have a dragon tail? Why does he have these horns? I get the rabbit ears, but even they in combination with the other two things are a bit much. Overall though, the design is okay. It's not really my cup of tea, but I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Noise William. Okay, I'm gonna be biased about this design and the following design. I have worked on the AU with a person that sent this design in, and I am really in love with this version of William and Springtrap, so let's go. I love the fact that we go with a few main colors and stick to them. The eyes are clearly the main point to look at, while we have the purple and the yellow and also the white as a main color point on the main part of the body, which I just really love. Like, it's really good to see someone have a simple color scheme. As dumb as it sounds, in the gacha community, finding someone that has a simple color scheme is hard. It's hard to find someone that has a simple color scheme. I really love the design and I love simple designs. I think you guys notice it. I am not really that big of a fan of like overcomplicated designs. There are a few that I really like, but they have to be very intentional and very well thought and put together. The eyes themselves already add a lot of memory to it. Like, I think about this design. I remember this design. There is actually only one thing that I would maybe add, and that is maybe a little hairpiece. Like, just something on his head, maybe on the right side, just to maybe make me want to look at his head a bit more. Though the eyes already do that job wonderful. As said, 10 out of 10. Adding on to the previous one, we got the design of Springtrap, and I have to say I love this one even more. I am obsessed. I'm gonna keep it short, I promise. But what I'm gonna say is that I love the fact that we can see his corpse. It's something that is missing with a lot of Springtrap designs, even my own Springtrap design. Springtrap designs are just too repaired for my liking. And I really adore the fact that you can see his corpse. I know this is such a dumb thing out of context, but Springtrap isn't just an animatronic, and I love how it's done, and I even asked her if it's intentionally that the headpiece is slowly like breaking off and you see more of his corpse inside, and she said yes. And this alone made me so happy because there is so much story behind the design. And I miss that a lot with the gacha designs. Designs are they're supposed to help tell the story of the character. Easily an 11 out of 10. I hate everybody but use Cassidy. I'm gonna say it. I love this. I love how the red and pink are exclusively reserved for the blood and brain. I love how I'm not able to tell what gender they are, and just overall the feel of the outfit being similar to Michael from Fnaf 6 is just great. I love it. This is easily a 10 out of 10 without any question. Snowy Henry. I am so happy to see a Henry Emily. It really made my day when I was able to review this. Just like with William, the eyes are clearly a main point to look at, and God, I am in love with that. I really love the way that Snowy makes the eyes for the gacha characters. Also, on another note, the clothes really fit the color scheme that Henry has, and you might know it. I really like the color scheme that he has. It fits to Henry, and also, if you know me, you know I am a big fan of the 60-30-10 rule. It looks great and helps the character a lot, and this is really easy and 11 out of 10 for me. It's a simple design that has just enough of some details that it looks great to me. When we were already at Henry, why not go to Charlie? So let's look at Strawberry Cloudy's Charlie, and I don't know actually when people began giving her black and white hair, but I really do like it. It fits her role as the puppet. It also kind of gives the look of Henry, because a lot of people give him gray hair because of his age. It just makes her look a little bit more like her dad, but also like the puppet, which is super nice, and I love it. I also love the eye patch being used as a bag. It's such a cute detail that I only see ever in Miraculous Ladybug videos. It's super cute. 10 out of 10. Vanny or Vanessa. This design is from GNK Gacha. And I gotta say, this design suffers from what we all went through in the early Gacha Club days. I just really hope that you will begin a bit more to open up and adjust your designs. Another thing is that the mix of colors is a bit weird to me. The red of the outfit is more pinkish, while the ears are just a pure red. Just don't be afraid to test colors and also adjustments. I love to see your progress and grow as a creator. 6 out of 10. We are back with a design from Demon AU Plays, and this is really one of my favorite designs of theirs. It's really well put together, the colors harmonize well, and also tell a story about Cassie clearly being connected to Glitchtrap. It's a simple design that is not overcrowded with so many details, and I really just like how everything points at the face. All the details are in the face region, and there are the shoes that are a bit weird of an odd choice to me, but I can ignore them and just look at the rest of the design. As always, the outfit is really pretty by itself too. And I haven't reviewed all of Demon AU Plays' designs just because of time reasons, but a lot of them suffer from the overcrowded look. And this design of Cassie doesn't have that. And I'm really, really glad it doesn't have that, because it's such a pretty design, and I would love to see more designs like these that are a bit more simple, because also not just they're overcrowded, but it feels like that with all the other designs that I got sent, you had so many ideas that you wanted to do that you weren't able to put together. Anyways, little rant is over. This is clearly a 9 out of 10 for me. The next entries are gonna be a bit quicker, so let's do this. Laura's Soul from Strawberry Cloudy suffers the same problems as the baby design that I got, but is a bit better in the case of colors. I really like the design itself. It's just a bit of an odd choice with the hair, as it's really a lot of hair, but overall a cute design. 7.5 out of 10. Laura. It's a good design, just why the orange? Why the orange? Everything else goes well together, and I just don't understand why the orange had to be there, so 8 out of 10.
Next one is Benji is Haunting You, and they're Helpy. Their Helpy is the one that you find in Security Breach Ruin, and I adore this little fella. If you know me, you know I love Helpy. Helpy is one of my favorite characters in the entire Fnaf franchise, probably, and I am so happy to just see that little fella. I really love the design. I love the way you have it mostly blue, purple, and then of course white. Duh. And it's just so cute and adorable. I love it. I really want to give it a 10 out of 10 just alone because it's Helpy, but the design already makes it even an 11 out of 10 for me. So yeah. Next we have are from Doggo Lover, and they're Funtime Foxy and Lilbit. I love both of these designs a lot, as they seem a bit more canon while also still keeping a really stylized look for me personally. I would give both of them a 9.5 out of 10. The next one we have is from XxAftonxX again, and is the Enter design. I really think they look really cool, and just as the designs before, the face looks a bit more like a canon design. I also love the detail of the wings being used as more wires. I really love how these wings look like actually as wires. That is like really, really good. I really love that. That is a solid 8.5 out of 10, if not even 9 out of 10. Lastly, we're gonna talk about Sun and Moon from Snowy. Both of these designs look absolutely gorgeous. I love the fact that these tails are used as the rope that they're hanging from when they fly. It's just a little cute detail. Also, I really love how Moon doesn't look threatening. That is a problem that I have with a lot of designs, that they make look so threatening and scary on purpose, while he isn't even supposed to be scary technically. He's just supposed to be a caretaker. Both of these designs are probably a 10 out of 10 just because I really love seeing Sun and Moon. This is it for today. I wanted to technically also talk about OCs, but I didn't have the time for them in the end. I'm really sorry about all of this. I hope I might be able to do another one someday, but for now, I will have to say goodbye.